Welcome back. Today, once again, we are learning another topic that is principles of landscape designing for home garden. So, let us see what is the are given in this program that is principles of designing and its importance in landscape. Then various principles of landscape design, and then we'll see summary and conclusion. So, what is the principles of designing? While we performing designing for a home or any bungalow, at that time we have to do some follow some principles of landscaping. Before that, what is the meaning of landscaping? Landscaping refers to any activity that modifies the visible feature of an area of land, including living elements such as flora, fauna, or what is commonly called as a gardening. The art and craft growing plants with goal to creating beauty within the landscape is called as landscaping. So basically landscaping means the use of barren land or the living area around your home to make it more beautiful or serene beauty. So what is the principles of this design while designing the landscaping for home? The principles of design serve as a guidelines that govern organization of the design elements and materials in accordance with the laws of nature. Means the landscaping has to be designed in such way that it is resembles with the nature. It has not to be against with the nature. It is blend with the nature. So what is the importance of landscape designing? Landscape designers are use these principles of design to create landscape design that are both functional and aesthetically pleasing. So basically, though these landscape designing or a designer use these designs to create functional use of that particular person or room owner or home owner, and it has to be aesthetically pleasing to others also. So what are the things and include in landscape designing? The first thing is outdoor rooms. Creating rooms through the landscape provide the welcoming atmosphere, encourages movement, defines special uses of areas, allows the family privacy. Then second thing includes in designing public area in that front yard, family living area which is in backyard, service area, then a private living area, frequently a quiet area, spot located of the master bedroom. So in this, these are the things which are included while performing the landscaping. The designer has to be kept in mind what are the things are included in the landscaping design, like a front yard, backyard, then service area, public living area. These areas are including according to that how the area is there. We have to design the landscaping. So in this way, this is a rough graph of architecture plan of any landscape designing in this front yard, backyard is divided, and along with that, the various plants are grown. So first thing is public area. This is the area from the street side extending to the entrance of the house. The area may be small, quite large, depending upon where the building is situated. The aim is to harmonize or blend the surrounding with the house. The approach area should not be overcrowded with large trees. It is better to have doorway or foundation planting with low growing shrubs and evergreens. Then living area. It is generally termed as the outdoor living area where the people sit out in the winter to enjoy the sun or rest in the summer under an arbor or shade trees. This area should be easily approachable and visible from the living or drawing room or dining room. Screened from unsightly objects, there should be some shaded sitting spots such as trees or arbors with garden benches, a wide stretch of lawn with shrub border, or few annual beds or rose gardens can also be included in this section. So this is the living area. This is an open space. You can see in this picture. The living areas included the benches, and around the area is open wide space, and the people's or room owner, he can sit and enjoy the summer in winter season, as well as it is visible from the all sides like dining room or drawing room. So in this way the living area, a family living area, has to be designed. Thoughtful design created for individual families result in greater use of entire home space. Then a personalized statement of family values, improvement and increased home values. So while designing the landscaping is not the use of only land, it reflects the values of that particular owner or that particular family. So prominently use of that land aesthetically and make it more beautiful. You can see in both pictures there is having the similar land, a piece of land, but in left hand side there is no use of landscaping, or there is no proper arrangement of the things. It is a look like a barren and old piece of land. But the same land, after creating some landscaping designs, applications of lawns and plants, it looks more attractive and more beautiful. So let us see what are the different principles of landscape designing. While designing landscaping for home or any bungalow, at that time, what are the principles we have to keep in mind as a landscaper or as a designer? First thing is focalization, then second proportion and scale, third is the balance, then order and unity, repetition, rhythm and sequence, and interconnections. So let us see what is focalization. Focal point or focalization is the point which is the center of the house, which is that point which is attractive in nature. Focalization is created as visual break in the sequence and flow of the landscape. A focal point is a point or area of the landscape that attracts the viewer's eyes. The visual break captures the attention of the viewer and draws it to the focal point. Without point, area is on which focus, the viewer's eyes become lost and confused throughout the landscape. So basically, this is the eye-catcher point of the any landscape design, that includes big trees or flowering trees or foliage trees, or it may be a fountain, or it may be any kinds of statue that can be created as a focal point in the design. As a designer, create an accent or focal point that is strong and effective. Then use the design elements, line, form, texture, and color to move the viewer's eyes through the landscape to the place of the focal points. So in this way, we have to design the focal points. Second thing is proportion and scale. Proportion is the relationship that exists among the components of landscape. It also describes the relationship between the components of landscape and landscape as a whole. Proportion describes the mathematical relationship among the dimensions of open of space and side components making up an area. So basically, the proportion means there is having some kinds of scales, and the design has to be proper in proportion. In mathematical, the ratios of length and width has to be in proportionate manner. These mathematical relationships are totally separate from human perception dimension. In a sense, proportion is similar to a ratio. For example, corner plantings next to a house that are two-thirds of the distance from the ground to the eave are proportional to the house. So in this way, we have to arrange the plants two-thirds from the distance of the ground or house when we planting the plants. Then height is also important for the trees or small growing plants while arranging them in proportion manner. Scale is the human perception of the size of the space and form related to the human dimensions. Scale is relative to the perception of the viewer. For a large two-story house, corner planting that are proportional to the house may be appear out of scale to the viewer. So in this picture we can see there is first picture is in scale and second is out of scale. So you can see there is a center, the house is there, and both the sides the big trees are in proportion, proper proportion and scale. which is having same distance from the one wall and other wall having the same distance. So in this way we have to manage the proportion and scale. And in second picture you can see there is design is out of scale. There is distance from the right hand side trees is far away from the house. One trees is close to the house and does not having the same height of the trees. So design proportion and scales matters while designing the landscaping for the home. A design is proper proportion and scale when a pleasing relationship existing among the between each components and design as a whole. So whatever the components like trees, plant, that has to be in proportion with the house. Second principle is balance. Balance is design principle defined in terms of weight. It is the equalization of visual weight from one area of the landscape composition to another. Two distinctly different types of balance exist in landscape: symmetrical and asymmetrical balance. So you can see the first picture there is balance, small big trees and small trees, which is exactly to the opposite sides, big trees and small bush. And in asymmetrical balance you can see there's one side is the only trees and another side only bush. Bushes are grown, so we have to balance the things like a weight, equal distributions of plants and trees on the both the sides of the designs. So symmetrical balance. So as you can see in the designs, there is a balance is maintained by dividing the designs in equal two parts of the design. So the one part is exactly to the same to the another part. So in this way, symmetrical balance is maintained. This is the examples of asymmetrical balance. You can see in the first picture there is hedges lines are grown towards the right hand side of the path, and there is no hedges are grown around the left hand side of the path. So this is a asymmetrical balance. So we have to maintain that balance, right? Proper height and length of the plant from equal distribution of their growing area. So in this way asymmetrical balance is not useful in the designing of any landscaping. Next principle is order and unity. Order and unity are emotional and visual reactions to the overall structures and organization of the design elements. Order is created and carried out through the compositions. Examples of order in design may be symmetrical versus asymmetrical balance, or formal versus naturalistic arrangement. So we have to follow such kinds of orders, whether you are following symmetrical pattern or asymmetrical pattern, but you have to choose proper order. Then unity is the harmonious relationship among the elements or characteristics of design. Too many components and materials and the complex use of the elements create competitiveness and lack of integration within the design. So there is no use of too many components. When we use too many components, it creates a overcrowded nature, and it lack aesthetic sense, or it lacks in beauty. So any viewer it gets confused. To establish unity in a design, stay simple and minimize differences. So the design has to be simple and minimize use of components or materials. Always remember to simplify diversity and reduce the number of differences between the components and landscape. So there is management is that you have to manage the component, reduce the diversity and manage components with landscape. So this is a picture in which that there is management of order and unity. So there is proper sequence of the plants, and there is unity in the plants. The next principle is repetition. Repetition involves repeating or using an element more than once throughout the design. It helps establish and add order and unity to a design. When repetition involves means once an element uh, used more than once. So that is called as repetition. It helps establish unity in design. So it creates unity in the design. Repetition provides a common feature throughout the design that pulls the designs together. Then rhythm and sequence. Rhythm and sequence describe the dynamic unity or related orderly movement that implies continuity. They are a part flow of lines, texture, and colors that express feeling of motion rather than confusion. So rhythm can be achieved by using of the elements, same elements repeatedly, or using of same coloring plants, same flowering plant, the textures of the leaves or lines. So that can be achieved by this kind of planting. Rhythm is achieved. So sequence is also that viewer's eyes move back and forth, view feeling or smooth motion between the components of the side and focal point. A designer accomplishes rhythm and sequence in a design by repeating one or more of the elements such as line, creating a pattern, form, texture, and color. So we have to create the pattern again and again, like creating of hedges or flower beds, again another flower bed. So in this way, we can create a rhythm and we create a sequence of that particular pattern. So that is create a feeling of smooth motion between the components of the side and the focal point. So that is why we have to arrange in this way. So you can see in this picture there is first picture there is some kinds of plants, blue color plants. After that, some gap is there. Again, same pattern is followed. So in this way, there is sequential use of same pattern to create rhythm and sequence. The next principle is interconnection. Interconnection is the design principles for providing unity in the design. Various components in the design are physical linked together. Repetition helps establish interconnection. A designer may incorporate interconnection into the entire design or into only a small space within the design. So there is has to be interconnection between the living plants as well as non-living things, and it has to be uh, physical link together. On the basis of that, we can create unity in the design. So finally, what is the conclusion through this conversation? Every design is a designers creates is unique. However, the elements and principles of designs are probably included in each design. So we have to use uh, all the principles as well as elements. Use the design elements of line, form, texture, and color as a guidelines in design development. So we have to use uh, the line forms, texture, and colors. Colors is by using various living plants, colorful plant. Texture by using foliage plants, which is having coarse texture or fine texture. And the line or form we can achieve through the drawing of lawns or designs or form which is can be achieved by giving different shapes to the particular plants. In addition, consider the principles of focalization, proportion and scale, balance, order and unity, repetition, rhythm and sequence, and interconnection. So that is these are also essential while creating any designing which is more aesthetically as well as having some functional use. So these are the principles we have to use while design any landscapes. Thank you for watching.